Hey guys, here is the full Higuruma guide, also known as the defense attorney in Jujutsu Shenanigans. First of all, Higuruma's basic M1 attacks work slightly differently. They consist of a 5-hit combo where the second attack performs 2 hits. The damage is the same as other characters, but the full combo takes a bit longer to finish. The first ability is Extended Swings. It's a 4-hit combo attack with your gavel where the final hit performs a slam. This final attack can be blocked. However, if you press your special key during this ability before the last swing, you will instead perform a block-breaking slam using the handle of your gavel. This is risky because if the opponent doesn't block and you try to bait them, the slam will deal no damage and leave you vulnerable. The next ability is Justice Served. It's a hammer slam that breaks block and launches the opponent straight up into the air. You can also use this as a long-range attack that sends shockwaves toward the enemy and causes you to lunge at them. This ranged version can be blocked though. There's also a cool finisher interaction. If you defeat an opponent with the first ability and then use Justice Served on their body, it triggers a unique finisher animation. The third ability is Grapple. As the name suggests, it pulls your opponent toward you so you can begin a combo. It deals no damage, but if you use your special key while performing it, you'll instead pull yourself toward the back of your enemy, allowing you to strike them from behind where their block won't work. This ability also has an air variant. If you use the third ability with the special key on an airborne opponent, you'll launch toward them and kick them into the ground. This variant does some damage and is similar to Gojo's air mechanic. The final base ability is Twirling Strikes. It's a short spinning combo with 6 hits, and at the end, the opponent gets launched into the air. This ability also has a variant like the first one. If you press the special key during this move, you'll perform a block-breaking leg sweep instead. So basically, all of Higuruma's abilities have a block-breaking option when used correctly, which makes his kit very powerful. However, keep in mind that his abilities have long cast times. Here's an example of a powerful full combo using only Higuruma's base moveset. You can catch airborne opponents with the 4th ability to start the chain. And now the moment you've been waiting for: Higuruma's domain expansion, Deadly Sentencing. If you capture at least one opponent in the domain, it will activate. Just like Hikari, you must complete certain events inside the domain to unlock your awakening, while inside players cannot fight each other. You can also cancel your domain at any time to surprise your opponents. The goal in the domain is to guess the same option, either Confess, Silence, or Denial, as your opponent. You have about 8 tries before the domain ends. If you're trapped by Higuruma and you pick Confess, be very careful. If Higuruma guesses that you chose Confess, he will instantly awaken. Remove one of your abilities for 120 seconds and likely destroy you. Normally, if Higuruma guesses the correct word just once during the domain, all opponents will lose 2 of their abilities for 120 seconds or until they die. If he guesses correctly twice, he completes his awakening and receives his Executioner's Sword. Awakening lasts longer when you only guess 2 words instead of 3. If he guesses all 3 correctly, he still awakens, and additionally removes a random ability from the opponents for 120 seconds, the same effect as catching someone who confessed. Now let's go over the awakened moveset. First, your basic attacks are now done using the Executioner's Sword. The combo includes 6 attacks. The opponent might look like they're dodging, but they're actually taking damage. You only need to hit 4 times to complete the combo, but the third attack hits 3 times. The full combo deals around 10 damage but has a wider area of effect. Each M1 hit slightly stuns the opponent. The awakened moveset also includes a powerful defensive ability called Domain Amplification. You sacrifice 15% of your awakening bar to gain a one-time shield against the next attack, even something as strong as Hollow Purple. Okay, my bad. However, during Awakening, you take 1.45 times more damage than normal due to a passive effect called Fallacy. The first awakened ability is Execution. It's an unblockable charge attack that tears off one of your opponent's limbs. Similar to Mahito's abilities, you must hit your opponent multiple times. If you hit them a 3rd time with this ability and they're missing 2 limbs, they'll be instantly executed, even an awakened Hikari. This move can also be used mid-air for better precision or as a movement tool. The second awakened ability is Final Judgment. It begins with a rush and transitions into a clash where you and your opponent must press the correct keys. Whoever is faster fills more of the bar. If you win, you instantly kill your opponent. If they win, they survive but take 25 damage. The third awakened ability is Verdict. It's a mind game move. The attack starts with a knock followed by a slash. If the opponent gets hit by the slash, they lose a limb, adding a stack toward execution. If they already had 2 stacks, they'll be executed. The tricky part is that if the opponent blocks the slash, they are instantly executed. You can press your special key during the attack to switch it. In that case, the opponent only takes damage if they don't block but won't get a stack toward execution. Finally, we have Triple Sentence. It's a long-range move that throws your Executioner's Sword 3 times. Each throw applies a stack of execution and removes a limb. If you hit all 3, the opponent is executed. If they already had 2 stacks before this ability, they will dodge the first 2 throws, so you'll need to land the 3rd hit to finish them. And that's everything. Now you're a qualified defense attorney. Go win some cases.